My name is Mayor Gene Bowden of Whiteville, Tennessee, and you're watching Live at 9.
Good morning on this Thursday, October 17th. Welcome to Live at 9, where Memphis comes alive. Along with your top news, weather with Max Claypool, and trending topics in Coffee with Corey, here's a look at our guest lineup. We are talking flight and taking flight with some heavy-hitting legends today, so join us as we sit down. We're honored to host the Trumpet Awards Foundation founder and civil rights icon Zernona Clayton as she prepares for the upcoming National Civil Rights Museum Freedom Award ceremony. Plus, U.S. Army's first African-American female fighter pilot, Dr. Sheila Chamberlain, is here to share her trailblazing journey and stories of breaking barriers in the skies. Also, it's day 4 of Live at 9's College Tour Takeover. After kicking off with an exclusive look at the first University of Memphis episode on the hit Amazon Prime show, The College Tour, we are bringing you even more insider stories and highlights from the U of M cast and staff. So stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes action with that, and we're going to bring you the best local events to plan your weekend with events you just can't miss. With I Love Memphis Blog's Director of Content, Jalen Sochek, here with us for her weekly visit. But first, be sure to record the show so you never miss an episode, and connect with us online at our website, liveat9.tv. That's also our handle on social media. Topping our news here at 9, millions of people around the world are set to take part in today's International Shakeout Day. Whether you are at work, school, or home, this gives us an opportunity to be prepared for the possibility if an earthquake hits. And you can see that Max Claypool here is coming in here to this discussion. Now, you might remember to practice to drop, cover, and hold on. Today's Great Shakeout Earthquake Drill starts at 10:17 this morning local time, and participants should practice this. Drop to the ground, take cover by getting under something sturdy, and hold onto that desk or table for 60 seconds. That's how long it is. The greater Memphis area sits within the New Madrid seismic zone, as we know, which is one of the most seismically active and also capable of producing major earthquakes. So let's get in here with weather expert Max Claypool to talk about this conversation this morning. So tell us why it's very important to practice now. I mean, earthquake drills are important.
Well, I don't think people realize how potentially dangerous the New Madrid fault line is. People normally think of California, right? But the 1811-1812 earthquake, I mean, it reversed the Mississippi River. You had sand geysers coming out of the ground. You know, you had something that seemed almost apocalyptic for those people that were there at that time, and would really be pretty similar today. Now, they estimate something like a 25 to 40% chance of another major earthquake in the next 50 years. So that's not necessarily something on the same level as the 1811-1812 earthquake, but still a chance of that happening, and something like a 10 to 15% chance of another repeat of those series of earthquakes.
Okay, and so you can go to shakeout.org, get more information on that. But I mean, it's all about being prepared, right? And we have more people on the New Madrid fault than others have on their fault lines. So really appreciate these tips.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you, Max.
Yeah, and is this weather? We're doing, yeah, okay, all right. Well, another thing to be prepared for, right, is also going to be weather, right? It's not just the earthquake drills. It's also going to be for, what can happen if we have a tornado or something like that. Now, the good news is we have no chance of any tornadoes or anything like that in this forecast. Just clear skies, cooler temperatures, as we'll be dropping down into the 30s again tonight. But as of right now, things are looking up. This is the I-40 bridge, the Mississippi River. Totally blue skies here, not seeing a cloud anywhere, with temperatures in the mid-50s in Memphis, just outside of the city, a little bit cooler, 48 in Olive Branch, 40 in Holly Springs. High temperatures today are going to be in the mid-60s and then climbing up kind of quickly over the next couple of days. We're going to gain a little bit in terms of our high temperatures every day for the next week until we're eventually in the 80s on Wednesday. No rain at all expected in this forecast, so just expect dry conditions and sunshine to go along with those temperatures. Kanji.
All right, thank you so much, Max. The National Civil Rights Museum will pay tribute to those who are committed to promoting justice and equality in this country and beyond. Freedom Award honoree Zernona Clayton is a trailblazing leader in broadcasting civil rights. I can't even say the whole list. We don't have enough time. She's also well known for founding the Trumpet Awards and joins us now live in the studio. This is just one of the biggest honors of my entire career.
Aww.
Thank you so much for sitting with us today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Okay, so those of us who may not know, you were the first African American in the South, before Oprah, to have her own TV show, 1967. How did you make that happen?
You know, the funniest thing is I didn't. I didn't plan to do it. I didn't major in it. It was not one of my goals. I was busy with lots of things. I was asked. And I did make a speech, though, one day about the disparity in the media. And I talked about the fact that we too, as African American people of all persuasions, you know, have some talent. And why not, you know, have us on sometimes as guests or get into what we're doing in the community. So you kind of balance the stories. And I just told that as a story. I wasn't looking for it. I was already busy, loving my life. And one of the general managers called me and said, "We'd like to talk to you."
What's interesting is during one of these shows, you looked into the eyes of a KKK leader and you asked him questions. That next thing we know, he stepped down.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say to him, and what kind of spirit could you bring into the Memphis community that could help people to engage and understand the importance of those words?
Well, it wasn't really one thing that I said or did. He made a habit of coming to talk to me about life in general, really. But we had a community that was engineered by the mayor's office to balance our city to blacks and whites and learn how to live together. That's what it was all about. And it stemmed from Dr. King always discussing the fact that, you know, why can't we live together? What's the problem? And so I asked him one time, Mr. Craig, you know, well, he came to visit me, and in the conversation he said, do you know how many Negroes own their own home in Detroit? And I said, I think, Mr. Craig, you're probably trying to say Negroes. That's what we called ourselves at the time, and it's not what you're pronouncing, so this is the correct pronunciation. So I went on to answer the question. I said, no, I have no idea. Then he said, do you know how many Negroes own their own homes in the South? I said, you said it again. How about correcting it? He said, oh, okay, and he did. I was saying to myself, you know, if I do battle with him, we're not going to get any place. I was showing kind of like a friendly face to him, you know. That's not what we call ourselves, Negroes. But his point was that we as black people do better in the segregated South than we were living in the free North. Frivolous balance, but that's what he got off. Now the story is too long to tell you at this setting, but he found out, or I found out, that he enjoyed challenging me. He came to visit me almost every day. And I started getting telephone calls from men who would invite me to lunch. And I said, well, I don't go to lunch with strangers I don't know. They would call the TV station and ask to take me out. And I said, well, what is this compelling reason that you got to take me someplace? And one man said to me, I've known Calvin Craig for 13 years. I've never known him to say anything decent nor complimentary about a black person. And I want to see for myself if you really are black. And I said, I am.
So it sounds like it's just having that communication. And if you could talk about, you know, being a friend of the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., what does it feel like to be in Memphis and to be honored as an awardee by the National Civil Rights Museum?
Well, I have mixed feelings. I can't feel comfortable celebrating his work and his life because he's gone. And I was part of that departure. I drove him to the airport in Atlanta to come to Memphis. And we followed that whole day. We talked 2 or 3 times that day. And so I have some mixed feelings about where he and I were on that time. And so it's been hard for me. But I'm doing what I'm doing because he would not want me to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm telling the message that all of us can live together as blacks and whites. We just aren't trying to make it happen. We just need to put more time in it.
And as the founder of the Trumpet Awards, how do you feel knowing that the National Civil Rights Museum is using their platform to honor people like yourself and Spike Lee and others?
Oh, I think it's wonderful because we are broadening the understanding of our communities. A lot of people don't know who is whom, doing what, where they live. And this helps to tell the story of the fact that we're all busy trying to make this a better world. And so it's enlightening.
Okay, you are how old?
Let's see now. You want the truth?
Well, it's just because I'm in awe of you.
Yeah.
I am absolutely like...
I joke about it. But I'm blessed to tell you that I'm 94 years old. I just had a birthday a month ago.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Well, let me ask you, what are some words that you would like to tell the next generation of African Americans as you just look out at what the world is today?
Well, treat everybody the same. You know, if we would just wash this color out and make us all the same look, we'd have less problems. We're bounded by and caught up in what color you. It's frivolous. What kind of person we ought to want to know is what kind of, are you honest, are you decent, are you loving? Those are kinds of things we ought to learn about each other. Are you a good person? That's what you want to know. And so we can take away that stigma of color having some importance. It doesn't. It doesn't matter what color you are on the outside, is what color that red heart's supposed to be on the inside.
Zernona Clayton, thank you so much for being here with us on Live at 9 before your ceremony tonight at the National Civil Rights Museum. Thank you for being a beacon for myself and so many others. I'm honored to just be in your space. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so from one legendary figure to another, our next guest served in the U.S. Army and became the first African-American woman combat intelligence aviator, a fighter pilot. But her trailblazing did not stop there. Dr. Sheila Chamberlain is joining us here on the Red Couch, coming up next. Welcome back to Live at 9. I am starstruck. Thank you for staying with us. Weather expert Max Claypool is now keeping us up to date with our forecast this morning. It's a little cool out there. Hey, Max.
Hey, Kanji. Yeah, it was a little bit cool out there. You probably noticed that on the way to work this morning. I definitely did. It was in the 40s in Memphis, but a lot of spots are in the 30s, so it's sort of the first thing you notice. Beautiful blue skies, though. No clouds, no rain. Just temperatures in the 40s and 50s, 47 in West Memphis, 46 in Millington, about 40 degrees down in Holly Springs. Now, tonight is not going to be quite as cool as last night, but we're still going to drop down into the 30s and 40s, about 39 in Brownsville, 38 in Bolivar, 39 in LaGrange, Holly Springs, Ripley, Corinth, all in the upper 30s tonight. So high pressure is off to our west right now. That's going to build in over the next couple of days as it does. Warmer air moves into the mid-south. Our winds are going to flip out of the south, and that's going to bring much warmer air in. So we're going to see a very slow but steady increase in our temperatures over the next week. And it's going to put us well above average in that 6 to 10 day range. So that's in a week from now, we're going to be above average with temperatures climbing to the low 80s by Wednesday. But look at what a gradual climb it is. 65 on Thursday, 72 Friday, 74 on Saturday. And really just by a couple degrees per day, we end up getting back to the 80s. So a very slow warm up with no chances for rain over the next week. We have not picked up any rain in the month of October. And we're actually going to risk going the entire month of October without rain if this forecast holds. So, hopefully the pattern breaks down at the end of it, but so far we are dry as could be this month. There's one system in the tropics. It's kind of having a hard time getting going, and as it encounters sort of some bad environmental conditions. And so as it does, probably going to have a hard time, but we'll definitely have to watch it anyway. If you're going to get out there and wash the car today, it's as good of a day as any to do it. I promise it will not rain on you. I know that's not a good feeling when you wash your car and it rains. It's not going to rain for a while. So I think that if you've been thinking about washing your car, this is going to be a good time to do it. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Highs in the mid-60s today to the low 70s tomorrow. Those overnight lows are going to be in the 30s and 40s. So it definitely feels spooky out there as we're getting close to Halloween. 76 on Sunday, 78 on Monday. So you see that gradual warm up to the low 80s by Wednesday. Those overnight lows dropping down into the 50s and 60s.
All right. Thank you so much, Max. And speaking of what's outside in the skies, Dr. Sheila Chamberlain made history as America's first African-American female fighter pilot. Being the U.S. Army's first black female combat intelligence aviator, active in aviation for 50-plus years, Dr. Chamberlain is back in Memphis to support her friend Zernona Clayton's Freedom Award. And she is live with us this morning to take us through her journey from the cockpit to the civil rights stage. Whoa, how did you become a fighter pilot? What went through your mind? I have to do this.
Well, we have a lot of pilots in our family. Let's see, out of Oklahoma, we've got Thomas Allen, who was one of the first. We also have Luke Weathers, Tuskegee Airman here. He's from Memphis, actually born out of Mississippi. So I was destined to fly.
And Ms. Zernona is your cousin.
Zernona's my cousin, and we didn't know we were both going to be here this morning. So yeah, and we came here to support her. That's what I came here for.
Well, just explain to me, what day to day, what is it like in the life of a fighter pilot? Can you even talk about some of the conflicts you've been involved in?
Oh boy, this is really something. I'm still standing. A lot of people ask me, what is a combat intelligence aviator? And I always refer to, and my nephew helped me with this, because a lot of my nephews and nieces are still serving. So we're very cognizant because some of them are in intelligence. So I always say, and I got this from him, do you remember when we went over and we did that to bin Laden? And you hear all about the accolades and all that, what the forces did, but you never talk about who brought them there. So that's what a combat intelligence aviator is. We fly you through those difficult areas to get there and to fly you out. So being the only black female, I helped write the doctrine in 1985 because at the time, the Army Air Corps in 1945 started and then it ended and only the Air Force was created after that. The Air Force is a brand new branch just like the Space Force is now, but at the time. So pretty much I was on my own a lot of the time.
Let's look at some of the photos that we have just from your journey. There was one, okay, so look at you. Hey, you have your helmet there. And people don't imagine kind of what's going on behind the scenes. As a teenager, you actually also spent some time in Memphis. But just talk about that time in Memphis, what we're seeing here in these images, and this fire photo. I do have to ask, what's going on there behind you?
Well, that is the AH-64 Apache. And there's I was a part of that project. On top of it is like a little thing, they call it the Apache longbow. I was actually the enemy when we were doing testing and all that. We call it the adverse weather weapon system, but it could do anything and hit you from the blind. But I was the only woman and the only black on that project, and now you see them all over the world. And of course, when I saw Prince Harry fly one of those, and during the Afghan war.
You said, okay.
So it's reach and reach that. So when I look at that, but can I go back a minute?
Please.
Because I'm a military brat. My father's from Memphis. My family's from Memphis. My grandmother was she delivered the children here. I guess it's called a midwife at that time. Now they're calling it doulas.
Yes, doula.
So, but we're going back to that, which is good. So Boxtown and all that. I always tell people, look, I got a lot of people here in Memphis, Tennessee who are my family. But I grew up with Elvis Presley, my father, and Elvis were stationed in Germany at the same time. So I grew up in post-Nazi West Germany. That's what we called it. And after Emmett Till died, my father said none of his kids were going to be raised in America.
And you are related to Emmett Till.
Emmett Till. In fact, my cousin Wheeler Parker, who was with Emmett, they just reenacted the train trip yesterday. They just arrived in Greenville. So they are in Mississippi as we speak now, today.
What do you say to anyone who, just maybe considering taking flight, just learning how to fly or to be that combat intelligence aviator?
First, because I come from a family of serving your country first, I recommend everybody should be required to go back into the military, at least a year.
Everybody, yeah.
Young
They
folks.
do that. Don't they do that in Korea, South Korea?
Well, they did in Korea.
You're required to.
I've had 4 hardship tours of Korea. My first hardship tour, no women were driving, but I was being stopped all the time because.
You're like, why are you driving?
That's correct. We were treated as 5th-class citizens at the time. But look where we are now.
Right. And so you would say first that you believe everybody should spend a little time in the military.
Yes. From World War II until now, 50% of the population served in the military of some form. And now it's down to less than 1%. I helped a congressman, one of the congressmen, I won't mention his name, do a study on military life as it is. We're down to less than 1% of the population who are actually serving in our armed forces.
Tell me why serve your country? Why is that so important?
Well,
here we are,
our
right?
nation under the God, look what we are. I didn't want to get political today, but we're in for the election of our lives right now. Look where we are. Everything is dependent on what's going to happen. You all started your early voting yesterday. I live in Florida. There's so much that's happening right now, and our democracy is on the line. I strongly believe that because I've served in the military and I know what we do.
And so when it comes to being a fighter pilot or an intelligence aviator, what are some of the qualities that you need to have if that's the route you're going to take?
When I came through, it was unconditional. So I made a path. Now, there are certain things you could join ROTC if you don't want to go to any of the academies. The academies are accepting a lot, or they could go to an HBCU and join ROTC.
You went to
I came out of Spelman. I'm a Spelman woman. I'm a Spelman woman. Hello, Spelman sisters. Hello, my Delta
Everybody's
sisters.
laughing. Why are they laughing out there? Okay, Delta Spelman.
Yes.
Howard,
Eta
AKA. All right.
See?
Well, it is such an honor to sit next to you and to just hear the mind of.
Is it okay?
What,
Did I do all right?
Oh my goodness!
Miss Howard.
I'm just grateful.
HBCU.
Yes, it's about service,
So
right?
it's
That's what
all
we
about.
said. It's nothing else matters.
None of this
Doesn't
belongs
matter
to us. We're just
right.
stewards.
Right.
So it's what you do with it while we're here.
Yes. We'll be right back.
Is it all right?
Yes. Yes. We'll be right back. We have more to talk about here.
Oh.
The following portion of Live at 9 is sponsored by the Window Source of Memphis, and joining us in the studio is the owner, Don Buchan. Don, welcome back. I just always love when you come. He is great.
I like being here.
Yes.
I like being here all the time.
Okay, so this is not just an ordinary window. It looked like a bathroom window to me because, you know, you don't want people to have too much viewing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, what this is, some people call it a two-light rolling window or a two-light slider. In the South, we call it a two-light slider. Up north, they call it a rolling window. But the whole idea of it is it's just why they call it two lights, you have two sashes, and they consider those lights. So when you move it, right, you got one going this way, one going this way. And the beauty of it is you get a bigger view space, like on a double hung. If you guys see my hands here, you got a meeting rail. So when you get a double hung, goes up and down, tilts in, you get away with that and you have a bigger view space. You can make these to a certain size. So if someone wanted to change the look, like, you know, so you had two double hungs here, you could do a mold cut, put this in, and then get a bigger view out to the backyard or whatever you want to look at.
Oh, so the advantage is, like, if it's tilting out, you don't get to see as much of what's out there.
Yeah, and it's called a meeting rail. Usually it's right here where the two sashes meet. The only thing is this is not an easy clean, right? You have to go on the outside, or you got to pop the sash out. They come easy, but a lot of people like this because you get more of a view space. And in some ways, you just pay for an oversize if you just want to be on a budget. I shouldn't say this, but if you're on a budget and you wanted to get a bigger view space, instead of paying for two double hungs, you cut them all out and you just pay for one two-light slider, and it's oversized price. You save money.
We just got the sneaky secret inside. Don't tell anybody that Don let you know.
Yeah.
And so where is this actually a good window to have?
What I find is that obviously bathrooms, sometimes the window's so small, like in a bathroom, you have to use this. You couldn't get a double hung and, you know, your view space would be like this big, like a porthole. So these are good for bathrooms. A lot of people like these in the backyard. You got a nice backyard. You want to get rid of that view there, you know, and you still want it to open instead of having a picture window, which is a solid piece of glass. A lot of people go with this option because you get a better look and you'll be able to open it, and comes with a full screen or half screen, whatever you prefer.
I love this. Okay, and so how do folks get in touch with you if they're looking to get this installed?
You could either contact us at info@memphiswindowsource.com or give us a call at 901-565-8500 and just reach out to us. We'll set up an appointment. We'd love to come out and meet with you.
And that QR code there will help if you want to scan over that.
Yep.
That'll take you to the website, memphiswindowsource.com.
Yep.
You're always giving us all of the light and all the information. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you, Kanji. I like coming here.
All right. And the preceding portion of Live at 9 is sponsored by the Window Source of Memphis.
We're back on Live at 9. Now, here's Kanji.
The College for Live at 9 Takeover is back for another day this week. If you haven't already, you can watch the popular series on Amazon Prime and see the University of Memphis on full display. We have featured several cast members starting Monday this week every day, and the faculty and staff who helped this get to the small screen. And this morning we are chatting with graduate assistant and cast member Shri Malya Batina and also Dr. Scott Van, assistant professor of teaching management information systems. Thank you both for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us today. It's absolute honor.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to meet all the cast. I mean, the whole world is getting to see you guys. Shri, what brought you to the University of Memphis, all the way from rural India?
So I was born and brought up in India and completed all my bachelor's and schooling back in India. So higher studies abroad was a dream that seemed out of reach. And then I figured out about the University of Memphis, about its various diverse academic programs and its practical and hands-on experience, and first and mostly endless opportunities, which I believe I made them all possible. And the University of Memphis has been a greatest support system for almost every student. And I'm glad to be part of the university.
How exciting is it to see this? And tell me about, what it was like to see Amazon Prime on campus.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, be able to showcase such a great research institution like University of Memphis and be able to take talent like Shri and be able to show what they're doing, not only in the classroom, but then applying that to our local workforce and economy. We have such a vibrant culture and diversity here in Memphis, and I think it's great when we can celebrate that on a national stage.
Wow, Shri, tell me what it was like filming. And I mean, did you know you were just like 10 of dozens of people who applied? And what was that experience like?
Yes, it was indeed a wonderful experience to showcase and highlight my unique experiences and perspectives on such a great platform in a fun way. And it began all with audition. I auditioned and then went for an interview kind of thing and then get things done. It was really fun. Everyone on campus made me feel like a celebrity. I have shot for almost 2 days because, to cover all the segments that I have told in my film. It's about focusing on my leadership skills or academic or professional skills, everything. So it took me like 2 days to shoot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And so you actually mentor Shri. What is it like to know her and to see that this is being shown to all the world to see?
Yeah, I mean, like as Shri talked about, I mean, we pride ourselves on being a college of opportunity. That's one of our slogans now within the College of Business, and Shri just took and ran with that. We had 7 students show up for our first meeting for our Association of MIS students. And Shri volunteered as a board leader there, and so she was vice president and eventually president. She's representing the University of Memphis and such a national data analytics competitions, and be able to showcase, just her skills and academic studies, on a show like this was great. And be able to see it too, take those skills out of the classroom, apply those to the real world.
And what do you hope that people around the world take from just seeing your story? And just can you tell us a little bit about your major?
Yes, so my major is management information systems. I deal with mostly both management and information systems side. And one of the best things that happened to me at the university is, of course, Dr. Van and the organization called Association of Management Information Systems. I would say that taking a chance of the opportunities, if you have an opportunity, just go and grab it, because opportunities doesn't come for everyone. So when you get it, go and grab it. So one of such opportunities is AMIS. So it has been that avenue for almost all the students in MIS department.
Let's say
to,
MIS?
It's Association for Management Information Systems. Mm-hmm. So it has been that avenue for almost all the students in MIS and all the graduate and undergraduate students. We have been getting like a lot of students. So first, as Dr. Van said, firstly, our meeting was only 7 students, and eventually we broadened at like to 300 students signing up for AMIS, which is an incredible thing. And we have got many chances to present University of Memphis in a national data analytics competition back this year in March at Utah State University. So making it to the finalists from across the U.S.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the show. Really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
TheCollegeTour.com. You have to check it out. And don't change that channel. Jalen Socek from I Love Memphis blog is with us with your top picks to plan your weekend. We'll be right back. Get in here. It's time to plan your weekend, and we can't do that without the help of I Love Memphis blog. Content director Jalen Socek is here with a look at her top 3 picks that you have to get out and do. Hey,
I could do a top 30 picks this weekend. This is not the weekend to be at home and relax. This is go out, have some fun weekend.
Oh, I can take us to
busy.
Friday.
Friday, we're going to kick off. We have Fall Fest Memphis. And I hadn't actually heard of this, but this is the 7th annual event for this. So it'll be a 2-day event. It's at St. Brigid Catholic Church. You use the space there. And it's basically like Carnival meets Fall Festival. They have attraction rides and games, cooking competition, car show, a vendor fair. And you saw in the graphic a $10,000.
That's all I saw.
Giveaway.
Everything else you said, I completely blanked out.
Yeah, I know. $10,000 you put on the screen. Say less. And it's only $5 admission in there. And then all of the proceeds go to support Room in the Inn, which does great work supporting people experiencing homelessness in Memphis.
Wow.
So you have a community event that's for a good cause. Lots of fun to have. And then again, yes, on Saturday as well.
Oh my goodness, yes. Do it. Get the money and give the money.
Yes, there we go. I like that.
Yeah, get it, give it. All right, so Saturday.
Saturday, I think this might be one of the busiest Saturdays I've seen in a minute.
Wow.
It was hard to narrow it down, so I went with the Southwest Twin. They're doing their Harvest Festival because it's a really great free family event. It's really cool what they've done the Southwest Twin. Of course, it was the drive-in that was vacant forever, and they've turned it into a really beautiful community activation space. So they're going to have a rock climbing wall for the kids, bounce house, music vendors. I think there's like 30 plus vendors that'll be there, food trucks. Just a lot of free fun for the whole family of all ages.
Did it look like in the picture somebody was like helping someone medically? Is there some, I don't know.
That's a face painting.
Oh, it's face painting.
But they have done things where they bring in a lot of community organizations to do help provide family with things that they need. Like they're doing a compost session. It's like very educational as well there.
Face painting is the best stuff.
Yeah, but Saturday is crazy. There's Cooper Young Beer Festival, Tigers game, 17 Berkshires Fall Festival, Time Warp Drive-In. I say it was one of the hardest Saturdays.
Yeah,
you got to get out and do multiple things.
And
this
then
week.
you just thought this one is for everyone, so that's the only way you can choose it.
Like free, family, fun, good.
Okay, good, everybody. All right, so Sunday.
Sunday is day 2 of River Arts Fest. And so River Arts Fest, of course, is a really cool arts festival that shuts down the northern part of Riverside Drive. It does cost $10 to get in, but it's going to give you the opportunity to shop from over 150 super talented artists from across the country. They get hundreds of applications for this festival, and they have to narrow it down to the best. So a lot of original pieces that you can get, beautiful setting. We won't see the trees changing yet this year for that, but it is still a great space down there. They have live music, stages. They do a lot of demonstrations of metalsmithing, pottery, glass blowing. They even have a theater stage, so you have, companies, local companies that will do productions and performances on there as well. So it's just a true Memphis celebration of arts.
And we have to celebrate Carl Moore. He does graphics for us here at WRAG and Live at 9, and he actually created the poster for this.
Cool.
So, you think of all the artists in the world, and so congratulations, Carl.
Yes,
Great
there's
job.
so much talent in Memphis.
So much talent. Tell us about, I know you said it's overflowing, and then it's also a great weather weekend.
Yes.
So tell us about your QR code.
You really need to scan this code, and that's not me just saying for visit the blog, but there's just so much going on this weekend, a lot of work put into a lot of great events from Friday to Sunday, and it'll have all the details that you need if you scan that.
All right. Always such a pleasure when you come because I want to do everything. Thank you so much.
There's not enough hours.
Jayla Socek, everybody. And coming up, robots reportedly chasing homeowners. A popular production returns to Memphis and why you have no excuse not to vote this year. Coffee with Corey coming up next.
It's time for Coffee with Corey, brewed in part by Kroger.
We're almost to Friday. We almost made it.
Call it Friday Eve. Thursday is always Friday Eve, right?
Yes.
We always love saying that. And the weather's just fantastic outside. But I want to talk about voting and no excuses because our first story For anyone who has making any excuses to not vote in this upcoming election, well, you have no excuse because a 100-year-old, well, just cast his ballot yesterday.
Aww.
Former President Jimmy Carter lives in hospice care in Plains, Georgia. Officials confirmed former President Carter voted by mail almost 2 weeks after celebrating his 100th birthday. That's right. His son Chip Carter says that his father had this election very much on his mind in recent family gathering. No other details about the former president's ballot were released. In Georgia alone, registered voters have been turning out in record numbers since the early voting started this week. So no excuses. Get to the polls.
Right.
Every vote counts, right? And so, like, please, you can't complain if you don't participate and vote. You have every right to vote. Please go vote.
I don't really, I mean, I know that people are like, I don't know if my vote counts, and I'm just
It totally counts.
It counts.
Do your
and
research
then
and go vote.
Even if you don't think it does, just pretend it does, because, it's just like you have to just think that you participated. It's about that.
Yeah.
It's about engaging and participating, being part of, your community.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's very important. Okay, so cyber attacks, right? Well, cyber attacks are in the news almost every day now, and you may think that they only attack major companies. Now, reportedly not the case. So get this, hackers have apparently been targeting robot vacuums.
Oh my
Well, they have been
goodness.
seen across reports across the country that vacuums made by Ecovacs are going rogue on customers. Some customers have even reported that the robots chasing them around their homes and shouting profanities at them. Many have reported specific issues with one particular model made by that company. In August, cybersecurity researchers uncovered multiple vulnerabilities in Ecovac products that could allow hackers to take control of microphones and cameras. Parent company TechCrunch said, well, they would fix the problem. There's also concern on how it handles user data, which is actually stored on cloud servers.
It's like it would be funny if it wasn't so scary. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm just, but it's literally,
It's insane.
Awful.
We try to limit as much auto stuff in our house. I mean, I know our phones are with us and listens to everything. We already kind of understand that, but we try to limit what is in our home because all cameras, all microphones are constantly on, and it's just like anyone can hack anything.
I think that moment that we saw that person talking to a child in a room.
Right.
Do you remember that video years ago?
Yes.
That was when I just woke up. I was like, whoop, this can be
have
scary.
hackathons on purpose to be able to see if products that are about to be released are going to be worth it or not.
Wow.
The reason why I have a hackathon. Okay. An award-winning Broadway production of the story of our founding fathers returns to Memphis in 2025, and now is your chance to get tickets to see Hamilton. Well, single tickets for performances at the Orpheum Theater go on sale to the public at 10 a.m. today. We're talking within 10 minutes. Hamilton hits the stage February 18th until March 2nd. The revolutionary story of passion, unstoppable ambition, and the dawn of a new nation. Hamilton is, of course, the epic saga that follows the rise of founding father Alexander Hamilton as he fights for honor, love, and legacy that would shape the course of a country. You can purchase tickets on Ticketmaster's website or in person at the Orpheum box office or by calling them. So literally, tickets go on sale in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. We're counting down.
The countdown
It's still
begins.
such a hot ticket.
Yeah.
I have not seen it in person. I've only seen it on TV, which is so sad. But you just feel the urgency. And even through watching it on TV, you just feel the urgency.
So, fun fact, my dad is from Nevis, right? And at the time was a British island colonized by the British. And that is where Hamilton's from. And so I went to the Hamilton house when Hamilton came to Memphis at first.
Yes.
And it was just like, it's this tiny little wooden house.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking, oh my goodness. And so they love the fact that we're adopting this story, and they said that people are flooding Nevis.
Yes.
It's this tiny little island. You have to check it out. It's just hard to get there.
Hard to get there.
Yeah.
Take a seaplane. It's all right. We know somebody. Get on a plane and go. That's really cool, though.
Yeah.
So if you wanted tickets to go see Hamilton, if you haven't seen it in person, please go to Orpheum box office. Call them. Get online. Do what you can.
Right at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock today.
All right, Corey, with all the haps. Thanks.
You got it.
See you tomorrow, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks. It is about as blue as it gets outside. This is a live look at Whitten Road and I-40. This is our tower camera. Really beautiful conditions out there, though temperatures are cool, about 50 degrees here in Memphis, just outside the city. In the 40s and a few spots in the low 50s, 48 in Olive Branch, 49 in Holly Springs. Tonight is going to be another cold one. We're going to drop down into the 30s and the 40s, but we should be a little bit warmer than we were this morning, 38 in Batesville, 38 in Oxford. Over the next couple of days, high pressure is going to start to build east. As it does, our winds flip out of the south and warmer air is going to move in. So you can expect every day for the next week to be a little bit warmer than the last day until eventually we're in the 80s and above average, as a good portion of the country is going to be above average next week. So in 6 to 10 days in that roughly 1 week range. Here's a look at those high temperatures: 65 today, 72 tomorrow, 74 Saturday, and then we're in the upper 70s to start the week and eventually the lower 80s by Wednesday. As you can see, our average temperature is 75 degrees, so this weekend is going to be perfect and right around average. Kanji.
All right, thank you, Max, and thank you for joining us for Live at 9. Coming up tomorrow on our show, the city of Memphis and Shelby County warning of lead exposure risks. One neighborhood, a big focus, how you can protect yourself and your family. Then the final day of the University of Memphis Live at 9 studio takeover featuring cast members of this season's Amazon Prime The College Takeover. We also have a special performance by singer-songwriter Kenneth Perrin in from Los Angeles to perform here in Memphis. You won't want to miss that sneak peek coming up. Until then, have a great day, everybody.